It's going to spin. I think we're live now. What's going on, Euroboxers? So we just saw the end of Songvakeppnin, which I'll never be able to get right. And our winner, which is going to make a lot of people really happy, also a lot of people quite sad, is Daði Gagnamagnið with the song Think About Things. This has been getting a lot of buzz ever since they performed, and then also the music video actually kind of went viral. There were certain people tweeting about it, like Russell Crowe, huge, big time Hollywood actors talking about this one random selection from an Icelandic Eurovision contest. Let's say hello to some of you guys. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for us, but hello, Olympic Song Contest. Nice to see you again. Hello, Oren. Hello, Sarah O'Halloran. Hello, who else is here? Didi T. Iddi. Nice to see you all. But anyway, let's get right into it. Dominic, tell me, how are you feeling about this win?
I'm happy about it. He was good. He was my second favorite overall, so that's pretty good. And I'm happy, especially like in terms of the super final, because he was, in my opinion, better than Dima. So I'm happy. I'm a bit disappointed about Eva. That's not a surprise. I told you yesterday that she was my favorite, and I'm surprised that she didn't even came to the top two. So yeah, okay. But I'm fine with it. I'm happy.
Emily Freeman is saying that she's happy that Iceland are providing an upbeat song instead of another slow song. I tend to agree, which isn't to say that I don't like some of the slower songs that are in there, but I think that we have been craving something that has a beat and dancing, and this certainly has all of that and more. Twan, tell me, I know that you're a really, really big-time Eva fan. How do you feel about the winner being Daði?
Honestly, I like him as an act and as a person and as his whole band thing, but I'm just not a fan of the song, and especially not the song in English. The Icelandic version had a kind of interesting feeling for me, so I liked that one. Not that I thought it was amazing, but it was all right for me. And out of the two super finalists, I would have preferred Dima to go through.
Interesting. So when we did our video, Dominic and I, just earlier this week, it had seemed, based on the things that we were seeing online, it seemed like the obvious favorites were Eva and Daði. And so we were expecting that when it was going to come down to the super final, or whatever they call that, the gold duel, the last two, that it was going to be those two. But in this case, it was a surprise to us. Maybe it shouldn't have been as much of a surprise that it was Dima, because as we mentioned, they have a fan base. Dominic, what did you think about that moment when it was Dima who had danced and not Eva?
I was surprised because we said yesterday or 2 days ago that Daði was the one we were expecting to struggle eventually because of the jury vote. Because like in the first round, there was 50-50 televote and jury. And personally, I thought Daði wouldn't came, I don't know, first or second with the jury. And I was pretty sure Eva would win this, at least with the jury. So I was very surprised, and after Daði has been announced, I was like, okay, Eva is going through, and that's it. If it would have been the other way around, like Eva, then I would be maybe Dima could qualify as well. But after Daði was the first one, I was like, okay, Eva will be the second one and done. But here we are.
And when I looked into it, I had seen a lot of Dima fans commenting on the song, saying that they feel like the band could have done better. So I figured that any kind of support that they had, or not, maybe not any kind of support, but I figured that it wasn't going to be enough for them to advance. But of course, we do have to remember that stage, it came down to jury points as well. And I think that would be a really big surprise if it was actually the juries that pushed Dima over Eva. But I guess we'll have to wait to find out about that. Oren is so mad tonight, has been disappointing. Think on the positive, because even if your favorite doesn't get selected for countries, then you have less songs to worry about not qualifying when it comes to the final. See, there's always a positive. Orion says it was a great day for him. Sarah O'Halloran doesn't mind the results. Nil Era just has Iceland and Hard Eyes. So I mean, I think that this is certainly going to be a memorable act when it comes to Eurovision, because really there's nothing that's quite like this. I would say that the closest thing in terms of similarity is the Roop, but even then, they're still so much of their own thing as far as the like they have a dance routine with what they do, but the feel of the song is very different. It has a humor element of it, but not in the same way. Um, I don't know. How do you feel about how this will size up, Twan, to the other songs that have currently been selected?
I think it also is a positive thing. Iceland selected Daði. I think it will stand out among the most of the songs that have been selected so far are ballads or slower songs, and this song is really different. It has a positive feel. It's kind of upbeat, and it has humor. So I think it really will really stand out and can do quite well if it will also appear to the juries, because I do think it will be a fan favorite.
Now, Dominic, I know that you tend to be more of a facts and figures guy. So, do you remember which semifinal is Iceland in this year?
I think it's the first one, but I'm not sure. I think it's in the
I
strong
think so
one.
too.
Yeah.
In the
I think
first
so
one.
too.
Ooh, that could be tough.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like we keep hoping that semifinal two is going to like eventually balance out the weight in terms of where the favorites are, but it seems like it's still semifinal one that is that's really got a lot of them. What are you guys saying? Euroboy 4, nice to see you again. He's saying he's pleased with tonight's results, and his order is Iceland, Estonia, Moldova, and Croatia. I haven't heard those two songs yet, and I'm going to be interested to see, because obviously we didn't hear anything from Dora until a few snippets like yesterday or the day before. And Moldova, those songs kind of like trickled out, so I never really got to hear all of them. Philosaurus is saying, "Daddy is the daddy," no pun intended. I figured that was coming at some point. Um, yeah. So I also want to know. I want to know from you, Dominic. How do you feel about this song's competitive potential?
I can see this hitting a lot of televote points. Also, I think it will get a lot of attention before the contest. So, like when they are presenting, like, okay, the Eurovision Song Contest is coming up, and then normally they're showing like a few countries only a short snippet, and I'm pretty sure this is one of them because it really stands out and it grabs your attention immediately. And since it has been a viral hit already, I'm pretty sure they will get their attention.
Olympic has filled us in and says Iceland is in semifinal
Oh, is
twos.
it?
It
Oh, okay.
is, according to
Okay,
him. If
good.
if Olympic is to be believed. um, Jerry Channel is saying Egert Milder was really good. Sadly, he didn't make it. Yeah, so this is referring to Estonia earlier. I'll just talk about this really briefly. Egert was one of my favorites. I really loved that song and his performance. I mean, I didn't think that it was going to have the power to win. Guys, do you have any thoughts on Egert, Twan?
It wasn't one of my favorites. My favorite was Shira, and I'm kind of sad she didn't make it, but I'm really happy Annette and Freddie made it to the super final.
Mm-hmm. And also, Shira did quite well with the juries too.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about the winner.
Yeah. Okay.
I really
And
like it.
and Dominic, your thoughts on Egert?
I think the audience was pretty happy because they were singing along the whole time, and it's like in the jury it was very polarizing because I think he received like 12 and 10 points and then 0 from a few, so it was a love or hate thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed to be that way.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go back to Iceland. So Stelios M is saying Iceland is definitely qualifying. Well done again. I like to think so too. I have a hard time seeing if this would really struggle unless, like, I don't know, the joke falls flat for some reason. And Anthony is saying hi from French. Perhaps you mean France. Hello. Hector's really sad. He says he's crying. Eva could have been a top 10.
At
So
least.
let's talk a little bit about Eva, because obviously there's quite some disappointment about her not advancing. There was a really captivating feel that her song had. She was tapping into mythology and trying to be kind of like somebody who sees into the future, warning people about the doom, the impending doom that we're all about to face. Twan, I know that you love this song, so tell me
I
about your
do.
thoughts about her performance.
I loved her performance. I thought it was way better than the semifinal. Her vocals were better, and the I things that the background choir had on were improved. In the semifinal, I thought they looked kind of like glasses in some way. So I'm positively surprised about her performance. And yes, I'm really sad she didn't make it, because I also think that if Eva made it to Eurovision, she would definitely have been in the top 5 or at least in the top 10.
And I have a feeling that you agree with pretty much everything that he said, that Twan said as well, Dominic.
Yes.
Anything you want to add? Any other observations?
No. I'm really sad for her. I think it would have been a very good sign, like having her only singing Icelandic and Latin, which is a normally very unusual singing Latin. And also because it reminded me of like an angel singing, like a bit like a church music without really having a God relation, but just being like over the humanity basically and warning them. And I really, really like this message.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have one thing to add. I hope she comes back next year or the year after, or sometime soon, at least in Eurovision for the Netherlands or for Iceland, because she's half Dutch.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Cool.
she shouldn't be discouraged because obviously there was lots of love, and it seemed like based on the audience reactions that it would have been obviously her.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hope that she's not discouraged. She's got a beautiful voice. I think it's also kind of fitting that she's coming with this song about be careful of the future, and then people go ignore it and go with the fun one. Really quickly, let's say I saw Euroboy was talking about Greece for tomorrow. Yes, so the song is coming out. Hopefully, it's good. Fun fact: the winner of Estonia from tonight, his song was written by Sharon Vaughn, and she was on
Yes.
that writing team as well. So, if you like Uku, then you might like what Greece is bringing. ESC Veggie or Veggie says Eva robbed. I feel you, man. I was a little bit more leaning towards Daddy, but I am also quite hurt that it couldn't be both of them. So guys, I think that'll wrap it up for today. Don't forget to subscribe to Eurovox if you haven't done so already. Reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What else? Eurovox.net is our website. And, we're making videos all the time. I heard that Clara got an interview with Uku because she, of course, is in Estonia. I was about to say in Estilal. She's not performing in Estilal. She's in
12
Estonia.
points. Woo!
Yeah. Totally. Our 12 points would obviously go to Clara, no matter how good or bad her song is.
For sure.
But anyway, so yes, be sure to keep looking at what we're doing. Lots more video to come, and I think that it's only another 9 days or so until all the songs will be chosen, and then things are really going to start shaping up. So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time. And now I'm going to wave because the video is not going to end right away, but we'll say goodbye
Bye.
anyway.
Bye.
Bye.
Awkward. Bye.